My name's Jim Miller, and this is my wife, Tiffany, and we'd like to tell you our story. We met in high school, and went to school, and we started dating in our junior year.
We have 3 kids, Riley, Marissa, and Addison. We were doing fairly well. We were attending a church on a semi-normal basis. We got married in the church. We had our kids baptized in the church. Several years just went by and we were just married, and it didn't seem like we were neither elated or we were in a bad spot. We were just going through the motions of life. So everything was going okay until right before it seemed like our 7th anniversary, and then our personalities just seemed to really clash. I think there was a lot of built-up resentment because of the sacrifices that we made getting married so young and starting to have kids so young. We didn't know how to forgive. I mean, we'd never learned how to forgive. We never had anyone tell us how to forgive, and we couldn't get along, and it got to the point where we were arguing in front of our kids, and it was making an impact on them even though we didn't know it. They were going and telling close relatives, Mom and Dad argue all the time, they can't get along. I heard them screaming last night, those kind of things, and that really, it ate away at our hearts.
We really started to seek, other things. She really dove into her job. I started EMT class, which I've always wanted to do, which I've always enjoyed, and I really just put myself into that and stopped thinking so much about her.
Well, and I think in this culture, it's all about you, and you go get what you want for you. So we finally felt like it was the time in our life where we needed to be just for ourselves, because we felt like we'd put so much on the back burner, I think, for so long. So I think that we both became very, very selfish in our wants and what we were going after.
We've done so much for each other. We came to the point where we solely just expected. We didn't really want to give anymore.
And then not having that solid foundation of knowing God and having a close relationship with Him, we didn't turn naturally to the church. So we turned to friends that we had at that time, and a lot of our friends were getting divorced, and they seemed to be happy with that decision. And so the advice that we were constantly getting was, you need to get divorced. If you're not happy, life's too short, just be done with it. We did try to pray about it, and it didn't seem like we were getting the answers we needed as quick as what we needed. Finally, a person at work had suggested that we go see a marriage counselor. And she was a Christian marriage counselor, which was wonderful. And she didn't push her beliefs on us. She didn't push anything. She just listened and provided good Christian advice. So that kind of helped us take the next step. And then we got the postcard in the mail that Trinity Church was coming to the Ashkum campus. We talked about it, and we kept the postcard, and we went the Sunday after Easter was our first Sunday there, and Dave gave a message, and it seemed like he was just speaking directly to us. Where I was mad at God for where He'd put me in my marriage and where He'd put me in my life, He said that God loves us enough to put us in desperate situations, to win us back, and it rang a bell. It
spoke to us, and it seemed to fit everything that we were going through.
And the next Sunday, I think it was about forgiveness, and I don't think I had honestly, truly ever forgiven anybody in my life until then. I had so much resentment and hatred and just coldness towards so many people in my life that once I prayed about it, it was so freeing. I could actually forgive people. I could actually start to forgive Jim. I didn't have to hold him accountable for everything that he'd ever done before in his life.
We've both kind of come to the point where we say, I trust you, God. I trust in what you have for us. We've stopped worrying about quite so much, knowing that we really have been well taken care of beyond our anything that we could have planned.
It's freeing to finally step back in your life and just literally say, Jesus, take the wheel. take my life, do what you need to do with it so that I can glorify you and I don't have to be in control anymore. And that is the most amazing feeling, even when you're in the midst of turmoil and you feel like your life is just spinning out of control.
Coming from a couple of control freaks,
it's a pretty amazing feeling to be able to do that.
That was a hard thing to give up.
We both feel more comfortable sharing the word with other people, which we had never felt comfortable doing that before, because we didn't want to offend people. Now we feel like it's our responsibility to reflect Him and to go share it with people and just pray that God give you the words so you don't offend people.
Over the past years, we've grown and we've improved, and we've seen a lot of the errors in our ways, of our marriage, and we've seen so many people who supported us in going the opposite direction. We really come to see the need for a good Christian support of marriage, so that there's some people out there that can support those who are having trouble to stay, to search for the right way, as it was really intended.
Because, oh, Jim, stop looking at me like that. I can't say it.